Hello there, this is SD. I hope that you're well. We are down to the last 10 on the first part of this cycle. And we've rolled Rock A, first of all, out of those final 10. And hopefully not last of all. This ship is the missile ship. It's quite bad. You can quite easily turn this ship into a teleporter ship, and that is what you ideally want to do. Because once you do that, well, we'd be in a very similar situation. We could add a teleporter to where we were at the end of the last run with, you know, a bunch of rocks boarding with an Artemis missile to support them. But that requires you to actually find the teleporter. And you're in a big... You've kind of got a ticking time bomb with this ship of just, are you going to run out of missiles before you can find a more sustainable means of offense? So let's take a look. It's very, very important when you're playing this ship to route as effectively as possible. I mean, you want to do that no matter what ship you're playing. But, like, you want to be absolutely certain of seeing everything. Because stores are very, very important. As such, we need to see this beacon here. So we're going to go here, here, there, there. So we can still see that. We don't care about these nebula beacons. There are no stores in nebulas, except in specific nebula sectors. Unfortunately, there are some jumps back here that are terrible. And I don't think we can do a great deal about that. But we certainly want to start by going here, here. If that is a store, I'm not sure we can get to it without having to dive, which you can't do. But I'll see when I get there. There, there. Assuming that isn't a store, I will go here, 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 there. And then I've seen most of the first about 2/3 or so of the sector within, what's that, 4 jumps? They might have a defense drone, but unfortunately they do not. I think in this, given that they have a missile of their own, I want to shoot their weapons. Often... Oh cool, my rock plating saved me some help. Often on this ship, I might be willing to chuck an Artemis missile into piloting first to guarantee the whole missile hitting. But in this situation, I'm not going to do that. Unfortunately, they dodged us. Dodges on this ship are very, very painful because, you know, every missile that you fire at the enemy is ammo regardless of whether it hits or not. I'm going to fire here. Hopefully they offer to surrender. But they do not. So we have to spend another missile to end the fight. Don't fix that. Thank you. Yeah, like that's not enormously worth it. Okay, there's a store, and that's really quite bad, because you want to have 18 scrap when you see a store on this ship, because you can sell the rock plating and the hull missile for 72 scrap. So 18 plus 72 is 90, which is how much it costs to buy a teleporter. But we're not able to do that before getting to this store. But still, we have to go here. There's no teleporter anywhere, but there are weapons, so we're gonna buy those. Don't buy the long-range cannons. That's a trap. Oh, there's and there's the other store. Great. I think we have to go for buying the weapons here, in particular the hull laser. I could theoretically hold my scrap and go check out the other store, but if this store is garbage, I can't get back here. I can't double back here, it will be taken over. Let's sell... I have to sell both the rock plating and the hull missile to afford the hull laser. So we have 30 more scrap. I'm going to check this store. We might be able to, if this store has something useful, jump away and come back to that. For example, we could take these nebula jumps. Hence, I'm not going to upgrade my shields or anything like that. Okay, well this store, I mean it's got hacking, but this is one ship where getting early hacking is not really your priority. It's getting more sustainable offense. And we have done that within 2 jumps, basically. So that's not a terrible start for Rock A. We also know there are no more stores in this sector, because there can only be 2 stores in the starting sector, and we've already seen 2 stores. So let's take these nebula jumps then, and we'll just maximize jumps and scrap, and hope to go into sector 2 with the shield bubble upgrade and as much scrap as we can possibly get our hands on. I don't think that this is fast enough, even with shield manning, to recharge between these lasers, but no, it was worth trying. I was not going to pull my shields down to power the hull laser when they had a heavy laser pointed at me. That's just not a good idea. The hull laser, to put mildly, is a very mid weapon, and I definitely want to get something else to augment it, but it will do for now. Let's just chuck another missile into there. I want to keep it charged, my missile charged up in case they, for example, start trying to run away, or if one of these shots misses. Good. And yeah, just because we now have a laser, we still need to make regular use of the Artemis, because the offense is pretty weak otherwise. Put a shield bubble up in case they dodge that, but they did not. I'm not appreciating how many missiles I'm having to use here, but those 2 shots had hit, we'd have won the fight. Could you fuck off with these dodges? Yeah, their lasers might have been desynced enough there that I was safe, but they would have resynced eventually. So I am glad that we just ended the fight. More jumps. There is one of them in weapons. We should be able to win the fight in here before weapons are completely smashed, and I don't really care if they do 2 points of system damage to my weapons. Yeah, this guy's gonna die, and then the person in weapons is gonna come join me. Well, yeah, I mean, he will come join me, but he'll be going to join the other boarders, more importantly. So yeah, I just get 2 points of repair out of this, and some points of combat training. Although we have bought a laser, I would still like to look out in the next sector for an opportunity to get a teleporter if it turns up, because this is a very good boarding ship, and it's not like the whole one that we've acquired is a good weapon. It's just, it's okay, it'll do. But there are many, many weapons that would have been better to use than this. We have a quest. It's a quest we're not going to because its location is awful. How many jumps do we have before the exit? I think we're going to lose one because the only beacons that connect to the exit are very far away. In fact, is it only this one? Yeah, it's only this beacon that connects to the exit. So we have 3 jumps before we have to go there. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay, that is a much better weapon to be able to pick up. Now these 2 lasers on their own aren't good enough against 2 shield chips, but we now have the option to just, when we start fighting 2 shield chips, we upgrade onto the Artemis missile, which we will only use at the moment if we're in a fight where the enemies have particularly dangerous weapons. Because of the solar flare, those weapons are dangerous enough that I need to take them offline. I don't want to have the solar flare go off just after these lasers have popped my shields. Speaking of popping shields, oh for the love. Nope, that surrender is not very good. No, reject their offer. This is a situation where I think I want the Artemis. I'll charge the hull laser and the Artemis. Artemis missile weapons. And then power the heavy laser, since the hull laser takes longer to charge than the heavy laser. But let's just do this quickly. Okay, cool. Flax down. Shift our power around. Sure thing, game. That makes complete sense. I think they have a Mantis fixing that. Maybe they did. It looks like people are running around over there now. Yeah. Actually, it might have been this guy, considering how low he is on health. Anyway, now they have this NG, so I need to be wary. If not for the NG, a crit kill might have been possible, but, you know, the NG was there, so. No, we need our fuel. Well, kind of nice that we haven't gone for a teleporter ship going into an abandoned sector. We will clearly go there instead of an uncharted nebula. One, two. No, we want to see this as well. 1, 2, 3. No. Well, there's one of our stores. I'm not going there with 40 scraps. There's no point. It's not like I can sell anything to get hacking. We'll just move on. There is one other guaranteed store in this sector. It's training time. We can't train shields, but whatever. I don't care about shields. Enable speed hack. Take a quick look. No, we haven't seen another store. Good. The free heavy laser drop tilts me pretty heavily towards just trying to do this as a gunship, because for Sector 2 we can upgrade onto the Sector 3 rather, we can upgrade onto the Artemis missile. We have good offense that we can get into being able to use cheaply. If we can just add hacking, we're a reasonable gunship. Whereas if we add a teleporter, it's most likely to be at the expense of being able to add another system. But we'll see, because maybe will get to a shop, and the teleporter will be the only system there that we might want to add. Obviously, any fight like this that can't hurt you, don't waste missiles. Once you acquire the ability to actually kill things without using missiles. Unfortunately, a single heavy ion fires quite slowly, so our evade training lags very badly behind the weapon training. There we go. You go there, you go there, you go there. And let's do back to your stations, and speed hack, go away. So our only threat here is them running away, so let's smash stuff that they would use to do that. Well, they don't use their shields to run away, but they're obviously more eager to defend that than anywhere else, and having the shields down lets me break other things very quickly if I need to. If my heavy laser hits here, I can just kill them by chucking the whole laser into the empty hull. Nice. Double reward and an extra jump. Here and then there. Nope, this is a possible double scrap reward. I don't think manning shields will work here, but it's worth a try. Oh no, it did work. Cool. Recharge just fast enough. What crew do you have over there? Is that a rock or something? Yeah, that is a rock. So, crew kill isn't happening. They have too much health. No double reward there, but the one reward we did get was very good. We can now afford hacking. I'll wait for the hull laser here because if every single shot hits, the heavy laser will actually strike their weapons. See? And they have a fire going in there. Why are there so many rocks in this sector? It's the Lanius sector. Okay, we can now afford either hacking or a teleporter, which is good. We get some free stuff from the Federation cache. And keep saving for stores. And here we have the same situation basically as last time. This idiot can punch away on my shields for a while and do some points of system damage, but we will win the fight in the medbay long before I take hull damage. Ah, except he's decided to stay over there. Fine. Go and punch him. There's the other store. We can go straight there from the exit, so how many jumps do we have? Or rather, straight to the exit from there is what I meant to say. So we have 4 jumps before we need to be at the exit, so that means we have 3 before the store. We have no way of knowing which jumps are better, so let's go here, here, maybe there and there. I might decide to go to the store early, depending on what the situation is. We're going to eat 1 missile here. At least. Not a bad offer, but I want more money. Yeah, we doubled the amount of money we were getting. I don't have anything to sell, do I? No. That's a pity. This is no use. You can get random stuff here. It's always going to be something from Advanced Edition, but it's basically not worth it unless you're in a truly desperate sort of situation. And if you're in a truly desperate situation, you probably don't have the scrap to do that. Regrettably, the jumps that we selected to go to before going to the store were all terrible. Which means we can't afford the cloaking that's here. We could buy mind control, but I don't really like just adding mind control as my first system. Hacking or cloaking, yes. Although I'm not actually... I wouldn't be that thrilled on cloaking here either, because because I need to upgrade my offense before next sector, but I would consider it. Sadly, this was not a very good sector. Yeah, neither of the sectors so far have been any good. Although we do get this slaver fight that we can kill, that's useful. I'm happy to try killing here, even though it's a slaver fight. That may mean we don't get a high scrap reward, but the one that isn't a high scrap reward is only 1/3, and we get a choice of a crew member here, which we would take an NG. So their one person will be over there in piloting, so let's just hit them with the whole laser. They had 14 health when they ran off, so they will die to one shot landing on their face. Cool! We got the best of all worlds here. We got a random crew member, which we got a slug, that's very useful. And we got a high scrap reward. This slug will probably take over as my pilot, but at the moment I'm going to keep the trained person. If we encounter a ship with mind control, that could be a minor pain, but it's not important. Zoltan or Rebel? Neither of these. I don't like either of these choices, but I think I like Rebel less. We have some ability to deal with Zoltan shield ships. Not great ability, but some ability. The thing that's more likely to kill us is double drone ships right now, and those are in the Rebel sector. Much more likely than in the Zoltan sector. But yeah, and there's more stores in the Zoltan sector, so there's two things there that speak to it. Let's take this immediate store before spending any scrap. There are no systems. They're selling Zoltan Shield Bypass. I always find it quite amusing when I find a store that is in the Zoltan sector that is selling Zoltan Shield Bypass. I feel like that should be, you know, probably against the law. But I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to buy it either, but I'm not going to complain. I don't think I want to buy anything here. These weapons are either use missiles or are silly gimmick weapons that don't particularly improve my offense. I mean, you could do reasonable stuff with the fire beam in a Zoltan sector. You could really get a lot of crew kills once you're through Zoltan shields. But I just want weapons that give me more shots, or I want systems, or preferably I want both. Let's go here to spot the whole corner and then continue on. What I'm going to do is hold the Artemis and hope that once my lasers take the Zoltan shield down, I can immediately fire that at weapons. Do that for just a moment. Yeah, so if this heavy laser shot hits, which it did, Artemis. Cool. Hopefully that is the only missile we need to use in this fight. But actually, no, we probably have to hit shields because they have 2 shield bubbles. I mean, they did have 2 shield bubbles, now they don't. Nice! Gonna buy a power bar. I want to keep enough scrap to buy either teleporter or hacking if I see it, and within a couple jumps I'll try to up that to hacking, teleporter, or cloaking. Let's just vent these people off. the ship isn't very dangerous. It only has one shield bubble, and their weapons need to line up properly to damage us, which they're unlikely to do. At least for a while. Let's find out. I might be able to do a crew kill here, but I need to be careful. I can't knock you to below 25 health, because then you'll teleport back. I don't want to take hull damage. So what I'm going to do, if this is only a level 1 teleporter, this will work. It wasn't, and then they did the damage, so screw that. How annoying. If it had only been a level 1 teleporter, I could have broken the teleporter and stranded their last crew member on my ship. Instead, I screwed up and took an unnecessary point of damage. Oh well. Since we're in Zoltan homeworlds, I'm going to favor not going to distress beacons. You know, our odds of getting the Zoltan Shield quest are not particularly great, but they're obviously better if we don't go to distress beacons, which can't be the Zoltan homeworlds quest. Oh great, we've inadvertently violated the Natural Mineral Protection Act. This, we're going to do the same thing with the Artemis missile that we did last time we fought a Zoltan Shield ship. Except actually, we don't even need to wait that long because of the asteroid field. Ow. Funny thing here, if they were to ever fix that mind control, they would use it for 1 second and then the Zoltan would run out of the room and it would switch itself off. But they're not even going to get that. Go here, and if that's not a store, I'll go down towards the bottom side of the sector. Might take a few jumps in the nebula, since I'm pretty sure I can do that without meaningfully affecting my ability to find a store. Again, a missile shields here. There we go. Fortunately, they have a Mantis trying to fix shields, and Mantis are bad at fixing things. Yes! Awesome. Now, there are some problems with this insofar as, sure, I can upgrade onto that, but it's still only all of the weapons that I have don't fire very many shots. But still, that's a very good free weapon. I just want to pair it with something that can actually clear shields away. I think I can go here and still grab stuff. I might even be able to do that. Yeah, I think so. Zoltan Nebula jumps are not great, but still, there are still extra jumps, and extra jumps are always good to have. Now they're going to annoy us by sending more drones over. So let's try to keep our health up. No. That offer is awful. Hopefully the fact they have no pilot here will let these shots go through. Yep. And that also protects our piloting. I found this ship is much worse at defending against boarders and similar situations than you would expect for a ship with loads of beefy crew, and it's because they're too damn slow to get anywhere. You often find if you have, a load of boarders end up in the right place or the wrong place, particularly this pocket over here, that you're getting outnumbered or stuff is getting smashed before your rocks can actually get there. And even if they can, because they might be running from different areas of the ship, they're getting outnumbered. That's been masked so far because a lot of the people boarding have ended up quickly moving towards our med bay. No, we have plenty of missiles. There is guaranteed to be another store at one of these 3 beacons down here. I'm also chucking my first Artemis into weapons to deal with this flak. Oh, cool. They completely failed at dodging. This should mean that we don't need to use any more missiles. Stupid rock resists. Okay, there we go. So 1, 2, 3, out. Everyone in this sector has a damn flak. As before, we will be trying to get through the zone shield and then Artemis missile the weapons. Unfortunately, Artemis missiling the weapons here got rid of the weapon we're less interested in. Missile that. There we go. Regrettably, they have a med bay and not enough hull left, so we can't crew kill based on that fire. With hacking, I suspect that turns, assuming we would have hacked weapons, which we would have, I suspect that would have turned into a crew kill. We actually can afford cloaking and hacking if we see them now, as long as we're willing to sell one thing. So that is a nice little situation, and now we won't even need to sell anything to do that. I wonder what bomb that is. We might be able to run them out of bombs, and then we can train the slug and do a crew kill. I think it's worth that since we know there's a store. Next jump. We're going to deliberately not kill this guy the first couple times he comes over. And we just need to be wary of them bombing our shields, and they would need to bomb them twice in a row to do anything, so I'm not that concerned about that, since if they bomb our shields, we can respond. Like so. I also should keep my weapons like this, so I can, if I really need to, Artemis missile their weapons. I mean, even if worst comes to worst and they actually do it, that thing only does 1 damage per shot. It's not that bad. So yeah, now we just need to run them out of bombs, not let them kill any of my crew or destroy my shields. And then once they're out, we'll get slug pilot trained. We can actually train shields as well once we do that. And we can crew kill by hitting oxygen because they'll try to fix it with a mantis. Because of this is the only real danger. There's a marginal danger, I suppose, that they could bomb a room that starts a fire and burns the system down. See there, they even did what they needed to do, but because we're quick in responding with repairs, it didn't work. I'm not that concerned about the possibility of them bombing and setting a fire, because the only rooms that could potentially happen in would be shields and weapons, because all the other rooms, if a small bomb goes off in them, it breaks them completely, and thus the fire can't burn them down. And there we go. They're out of bombs. So, let's go repair and heal, and then it's training time. And to be thorough, I suppose I might as well train the slug on everything and all the rocks on shields, because why not? No, but I obviously need to have evade on to train the slug on this. So. Okay, that's that done. Swap you two around so I can train. Oop, no, not you two. You two. Train the slug on engines now. Once the slug is trained on engines, I can literally turn my evade off, and that will speed up our shield training quite a lot. Since everyone else is fully trained on those systems. You go here, you go here. Okay, you go into weapons, where you will fire the heavy one a bunch of times. Okay, slug you running there. Guess I might as well get the rocks into their new crew positions, which will be you on engines, you on weapons, and you will go to doors, but I'll mostly, if I can be bothered to remember, run you to shields. Speed hack off, you go over here, and we'll save you in that crew position. I actually don't need to power the Artemis. I would normally only do that to, you know, make sure the enemies don't run away, and Mantis ships don't run away unless to the ship collectors, which these are not, because that only happens in Mantis sectors, and they don't have an NG, and I recognize the event text for that event anyway. Okay, good. That's only level 1. We'll use the hull laser since that only does 1 hull damage, and it can't set fires. It can do breaches, but it can't actually start fires. I would rather actually do neither. I just want to do ordinary damage, get the Mantis to run in there to fix it each time. I have the heavy laser in reserve in case a shot misses, because I want to make sure the oxygen stays down. Good, they're failing to dodge. I appreciate this. So yeah, we will have lots and lots of options at this store, as long as the store isn't terrible. You dickhead. Well played. Let's see if I can hit this. Might need to hit it one more time because of that period where they had the oxygen refilled. Well, refilled. When they had the oxygen on and were refilling it. But I will finish this off when I am back. Okay, we're back. Okay, that's actually a pretty decent time to get a breach. That's a level 2 med bay, because otherwise they wouldn't be able to heal up to run out and try to fix things. Not necessarily ideal that it is, but it is what it is. Good. Nice. So, we have nearly 300 scrap. We're buying cloaking. I'm going to not buy a teleporter at this point in this run because we've got great weapons and all we needed was something to help clear away shields, which, hey look, it's a black one. I'll keep this whole one for the moment because I can use it along with these at like weapons 5 or weapons 6, depending on whether I'm powering the Artemis. But I will ultimately get rid of the whole one and be running. Well, ideally I'll get another flak 1 and my final setup could be flak 1, heavy laser 1, heavy laser 2. So let's full repair. I maybe should have bought some fuel there as well. Well, I can correct that mistake. Since I need to build up scrap before I can afford hacking anyway, I think I will... Oh, no, don't take that, you can lose crew. I will probably go down and hit these nebula jumps. Let's attack this ship. Doing that potentially opened me up to the chance of these two lasers somehow both hitting me through cloaking and managing to damage me that way. But I felt like the risk of that was worth getting 5% extra evade against the significantly higher chance that this thing would hit me. Hold until after they cloak. Oh, and I also kept the shield charge booster at that shot because I might as well. Speaking of shield charge boosts. Fuck off. So much dodging. Plug this missile. Okay, I'm glad they did not get a particularly irritating rock resist there. Okay. We know where our potential location of hacking is. There is an argument to be made that the best play might be to jump straight there because we can get it by selling the shield charge booster and a laser. In fact, I think I'm going to go there right after this jump because this should provide us enough scrap that the shield charge booster on its own is enough to sell for hacking. Because, you know, we could theoretically die at one of these jumps and then we don't get to the store. Let's do that, and then it's significantly less likely that that happens, especially since we have an Artemis missile with 3 damage buffers, so we can't have our offense completely taken down outside of really terrible combat results. Yeah, I'm going to take all of these. But I think the strictly optimal play there was to just go straight to the store. Follow them? Cool, we get a Mantis. You can go man doors now, and this rock can stay in shields. Excellent. I could cross-drain the Mantis here, but I don't want to. It would take forever, and there's very, very little chance I ever put the Mantis on an actual system. If this store does not have hacking, then unless I see a third store immediately after, I will bump my cloaking. I would also like to boost my weapons, but that's not as immediately urgent. No. I would accept the opposite trade, but not that one. We do indeed see another immediate store, which means I should not allow myself to be baited by those long-range scanners. Here we can sell just a shield charge booster and buy hacking. We have precisely enough scrap to do that. I'm not going to try to farm extra jumps at this point. Just go get it. Or not. I could have bought the... Well, let's buy back a battery. That removes that from the system list. And we're still not, you know, past the limit where systems become less likely to turn up. And we know we don't see any other stores this sector, so let's just push scrap, get cloaking up. Okay, good. The flak did actually divert the defense drone away from shooting at my missile. You need to go do that. Defense drone is regrettably quite annoying, and they have a repair drone over there as well, clearly. I have a feeling I'm going to have to accept a surrender offer if they make one. Okay. Maybe not. Yeah, that defense drone was causing some real problems. With that having happened, I may want to upgrade my weapons once for the hull laser, just in case, before I start saving for hacking. We'll see. anyway, so we're not in much danger here. Let's not spend any missiles. We can cloak if these look like they're going to line up. Target their piloting. This is one of the ships that has guaranteed max 2 piloting. Good, a slaver. One of those FTL kind of things to say. I don't want to try for a crew kill here, although I could potentially do one by hitting oxygen, because in this case, I've got crew, I just want a high scrap reward. I will even potentially fire other rooms to minimize the chance of just doing it accidentally. Suddenly I'm within striking distance of hacking. Surrender your stuff to me now. I cannot begin to tell you how many times that I have decided to try to send my person indoors out to distract some boarders before they could get in a dangerous or annoying system for them to be in, and then realize that sending the person out of doors, of course, will allow them to run into the system and try to keep them out of. That is a useful fire. Unfortunately, crew killing here does not appear to be on the table. Maybe I could have switched the whole laser on and done it with one more shot, but I don't know. And I'm happy to have just had the rubbish weapon that we can sell drop instead. We're gonna go to the Slug Nebula because there are more stores there. We do have protection against the Rock Live Mine had we gone Rock, but I mean, why do that when I can just go here instead? They haven't got it. There's at least one other store in this sector, so I'm going to hold off on spending a lot of scrap on buying, say, the mind control here. That would be kind of useful, but not essential. There's a 50-50 chance of a non-nebula store in a slug sector. We can tell immediately whether there is one by just going to this distress beacon, because that sees every remaining non-nebula jump in the sector. In fact, it sees every non-nebula jump in the sector other than the entry sector. Well, we've already seen this one and this one, but even if we hadn't, that sees all of it but the entry. Wondering whether, yeah, I'm more to do. There are some buffer upgrades we could aim to get, but I think we're in reasonable shape against, say, the worrying radiation event. We will engage the slug ship. I don't like this. The Burst 2 is the primary, actually dangerous weapon. I'm actually going to here use the whole of my cloak just to charge my FTL. Because that way if things, even though I'm, intending to stay in flight and win this, it's good to have the fallback option of running away if things turn really bad. Nice dodges. Unfortunately, they've repaired their shields enough that I need to chuck another missile in there. Weapons are my next upgrade now, absolutely unquestionably. It's not actually impossible for us to fight a 4-shield troop in this sector, which we would have no way to actually damage, other than maybe chucking a couple of Artemis missiles into shields and then switching to other weapons. I don't like how much ammo we expended in that fight, but those are quite dangerous weapons. And it was a double scrap reward. Cool. We can do that safely. And now we can use this. We'll still swap the Artemis on if we need to damage a specific system quickly. Oh, cool. It's Captain Knights. This is a great fight. It is a guaranteed weapon drop. And in fact, we may be able to do it without even fighting, because there's a blue option from a slug where you engage in a duel of telepathy. And if we win, we just get the high scrap reward plus free weapon without needing to actually engage in the fight. From a strict score farming perspective, you should engage that fight even if you do have the blue option, because then you'll get the reward, but you also get the ship defeated towards your score. But that ship could have been annoying to defeat. It's appropriate that we got the charge too. They have a firebomb. This is definitely the most dangerous thing over there. The heavy laser and pulver beam are unlikely to line up. As with the previous fight, I'm using the cloak in its entirety, which will probably allow them to cloak before our shots can get over there, but that's fine. Our weapons are charged and ready to go the moment they come out of cloak. Oh, that's an annoying result. I'm just going to ignore you. It's more important to deal with my shields. Ships like this are hard to keep from running away. So that's definitely something we need to be aware of. It's just, like, how are you going to keep systems broken? Look how many crew they have over there, and they have a cloak. Fortunately, they were not. Don't know why I ran the Mantis over there as well. Okay, now we have this, and we still have the option to sell. Actually, we have multiple things that we can sell, so yeah, we have the option. We can sell Steel Charge Booster and Charge 2 right now and still be able to afford hacking. If you pick weapons and can actually win the fight, it's a guaranteed high scrap reward, but that's unlikely to be the case here since we can't. It's not like we can hack shields. We would need to just spam Artemis missiles like crazy. I'm gonna just say oxygen. That is a breach missile guaranteed because slugs only use Artemis missiles or breach missiles. They don't use the other two missile types. I'm gonna missile shields because I'm on a timer in this fight. Do it quickly. Currently, we're also safe from damage. Picking oxygen is regrettably the least rewarding out of those options. If you choose shields, you get a high scrap reward if you crew kill and medium for blowing the ship up. If you take weapons, it's high regardless, and if you take oxygen, it's medium regardless. You know, we don't need high scrap rewards, we actually just need to survive to find a store. This fight is scary. I do not like seeing a charge ion on a ship that has double drones. Fortunately, they no longer have weapons. Also, I should get my engines up soon so I have 100% cloak evade, since I am trained in everything. Good. We are currently safe from damage. Maybe we will eventually become no longer safe from dealing damage, as we seem to be at the moment. There we go. And while that's still broken, we don't need to wait for the whole laser. Okay, we found the store. Let's go here, 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 down to the store, then stuff at the bottom of the sector. It's the worrying radiation event. That's an annoying spot for them to turn up in, but... Particularly of note is they have a firebomb over there, and we do not have a functional medbay. You get in there. We're gonna have to eat this because I want to be able to cloak that breach missile. I forgot to upgrade my engine. I suppose it's because I saw a store. But... I need to be very wary with this firebomb because it can kill my mantis. The rocks are fine, but it does 30 damage. It would drop my mantis to 1 health and then they would die to the fire before they could actually get out of the room. You little shit. I'm glad I was wrong about them not being able to get out of the room. Vicious little bastards. Good thing here is this fight is a guaranteed high scrap reward. I think they must be out of missiles. Maybe I'm just being hopeful and their weapons are still damaged enough, but... Doesn't matter, they're dead now. Mantis, go and heal. actually do this, that, store. We'll just cloak as soon as this fires at us, because regardless of anything else... Oh, I didn't quite time that right. I was going to say, regardless of anything else, if we cloak as soon as that fires, this won't fire until after we get our shields back. But I messed that up. Fortunately, we were not punished for that mistake. And by we, I mean I. Okay, Angie's dead. This might yet be crew killable, considering they only have 2 mantis over there, and they're not good at fighting fires. And it's likely to eventually spread and take out their oxygen. I'm usually used to doing this with hacking support, but... there are 4 fires in that weapons room now, because otherwise they would be trying to put the fire out, but they don't try to fight them in rooms with 4 fires, so we can wait. They will fix this, unfortunately. The fire can spread back there. Potentially multiple times. Yeah, the fire actually burned itself out in the weapons room, it looks like, but it has gone there. Let's see. Got another fire in there. Engines, I think, are going to burn down. That's fine. Unfortunately, I think they've got this. Maybe. But it depends on what level that medbay is. And I think it looks like that's a level 1 medbay. Ironically, if this were a level 2 medbay, they would be running out to try to fix stuff. And then we'd be able to get the curriculum. Oh, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. That is a level 2 medbay. Come on, let's go. I don't fully understand what's happening. It might be that the oxygen isn't low enough on their ship that they decide to prioritize fixing it over anything else. I think perhaps this is a level 1 medbay, but they were still able to heal previously because there was air in there, and now there isn't, so it's permanently canceling out. Yep, that's what's happening. Oh well. We got a very good reward anyway, so... no reason to be unhappy. It's one of these people. Fire beams. Don't think we need to use a missile here. So I suppose we should charge it up in case they dodge a lot. There's no point in crew killing this ship, even though it's a coffin, because it gives them the events where your oxygen gets hacked before the battle are always medium scrap rewards. Of course, we couldn't go for a crew kill doing that anyway because we have no air. I suppose we could have everyone camp in the med bay and run to it, but that's not worth doing. This and this. Might as well keep the shield charge booster. And now we are in excellent shape. Considering we've just got hacking, we do not need to be sparing about our drone part usage. I will try to be more sparing about my missile usage, however. In fact, since I can cloak hack cycle this to make it basically impossible for them to hurt me. Well, not entirely because they have a charge ion. But I could pretty arguably here only use missiles if they start trying to run away. I wanted that fire to spread, damn it. If it had spread, it could have taken out the oxygen and we could have got a crew kill. Don't think there's much chance of that happening now. They don't have enough hull. Even before that volley, there was not enough hull to meaningfully hope to get a quadruple fire and weapons. Do you want payment? No. Sometimes if you ask if they want payment, they'll be like, oh, this isn't working, and they attack you, and that's generally the best option. No, I'm not selling missiles, I'm using them. I may eventually stop using the Artemis, but this is definitely not the point at which I will stop doing that. But it is the point that I will go and get myself a drink and stop recording for a moment. Okay, we're back. There is an absolutely gigantic civilian nebula. We're going to take it. This time, let's actually remember to get people in there to distract these first before sending the Mantis in. So I want to have a quick look at this just to make sure. Yeah, I had a temporary thought of what if the jumps at the bottom of the nebula don't actually join the rest of the sector. They do. I think I missed this one, but I should be able to hit most, if not all, of the other nebula beacons. Nice burst lasers. No. I'd like to keep 75 scrap now just to be able to afford mind control, as that's my preferred third system. Other than that, we can push upgrades. We can cloak hack cycle these weapons. Just focus on taking this piloting system offline. We're not going to get many chances to do that. Now this is annoying. Okay, I was going to say I think I have to break my cloak, but no, I can't do it anyway. Just get out then. If we jump out before they do, the fleet pursuit isn't doubled. It's frustrating, but the weapon hack kind of made that unviable in terms of actually being able to win the fight and the dodge on the Artemis missile when they come. First force shield bubble ship of the run. But it doesn't look like they have great evade to go with it. Let that go off in order to keep up the possibility of doing the cloak against the burst 3. Might have gone a bit bad if the small bomb had hit shields, but we could have cloaked by time to repair. Just shut that thing off. I'm really hoping I can hit shields before they get some more repairs. I don't want to spend any more missiles on this side. Well, we did manage to get a hit on. Just get the hack up. Now I have the real cloak hack cycle. Although cloak 2 hack 2 generally is good enough. You can't indefinitely cloak hack cycle these weapons because eventually the basic laser will be able to fire. But I can keep it going long enough. Kill potential? But maybe not, since it's only one fire. Oh no, it's got the 2. There we go. Only problem is that door has been punched a bunch of times, so if this guy starts running to the med bay, he'll get there pretty quickly. Okay, it's actually quite good that he's put that out. And I could have fired the heavy laser at the med bay there if they had actually burst through the doors. Bugs go splat. Well, we never found the manually search event, but whatever. Actually, should I just... You two go in there, you three go in there. So we got some scrap there for not really having to do very much. We will be buying these little scanners. And let's see. We can do this. Temporarily go like this. It doesn't actually provide us more shots than the previous loadout, but they are heavy laser shots, which are better than hull laser shots. That's probably manually search. It's 50-50 to be that. We didn't, of course, have the scanners when we saw that. Not that it would have been worth missing all of those nebula jumps down there to take it anyhow. I don't need to counter the remote hacking. I will initiate my own remote hacking. I see you also like heavy lasers. I meant to shoot that at shields. That NG got crushed. I can exactly afford mind control right now. Going here only allows me to see this beacon, which I wouldn't be able to go to anyway. Even if I could, I wouldn't do it, because it basically screws me over for the rest of the sectors. So let's go here instead. There are potentially awkward spots that a store could be, but... it's the legendary ion and missile ship. They have a guaranteed maximum piloting level 2. I'll take that piloting out, and now their weapons go kaboom. Go Here, here, exit, there, dive. Hopefully the another store is there, but there are other jumps it could have been at that we're not going to be able to see without taking us way out of our way. We will once again try to Artemis missile weapons here. Our shields, of course, come back very, very quickly here because we have full shield training and we still have that shield charge booster that we kept hold of. Nice. You can just run in there. It loses me door control, but I don't care. Because the Mantis and a Rock are definitely beating two units. Cloak now, and we should be able to kill them on this ship if this has reasonable crew kill potential with us having two different heavy lasers. And not having a medical unit. Though I maybe should have let them go. And then had them warp over again at loadout. Oh, come on. Now crew kill is not possible because we could not get fires. The heavy lasers now are the heavy lasers and the Artemis missiles were the only weapons left there that could set fires, but both of them would have ended the fight. Sadly, there isn't a store in this corner unless it's a event store. I think we can do this one without missiles. Yeah. This sort of loadout is the kind of thing where if you can make it really, really effective by hacking evade, it's just guaranteeing that the heavy laser shots hit is devastating. But it is more secure usually to do that. Okay, this is an improvement over the hull laser because I can go as my final setup this, and the flak and the charge laser clear up shields. And then the heavy lasers go to town. So we have seen the final use of the old reliable hull missile that we bought way back at the beginning. I'm also going to retire the Artemis at this point. We have enough so we can sell these two things to get line control. Though not a different system, I suppose I should be wary of. Too much dodging. Just cloak and get out. Another civilian sector is very welcome. There's another store out here. We don't necessarily need another system. I would consider buying the drone control if it had like a combat drone or whatever, but I mean I don't really have enough drone parts to make that work anyway. There is a combat drone here, but I can't buy that in the system, even if I sell the system repair drone that comes with it, and I can't get the teleporter, and at this point it's kind of superfluous anyway. I'm not too concerned about definitively finding that store, but I will at least not take this fight, even though I know it's a fight, because it's in a dead-end corner. Go to this distress beacon instead. We will investigate, and let's assess his mental state. Sadly, that person is unstable. Use our faster lasers to pop the Zoltan shield so that the heavy 2 is ready. Cloak this when it goes off. And our FTL will be charged in case we, for whatever reason, need to leave, although that will not be the case. One fire on its own is not enough, unfortunately, against an NG. We might hope to get other fires, but they don't have that much hull to play with, and they also have medvac. Boo, no systems at all. Fine. Well, there's a chance that there's a third store in this sector, although even if there is, we might not be able to find it, because it might have been on some jumps up here or whatever. And like I said, it's not a big deal if we can't find a third system. It's good to have 3 systems, but hacking and cloaking are the main things. In this fight, we are going to actually hack evade, because we need to stop them fleeing, and the only weapon that's actually dangerous is this burst 3, and we can guarantee not getting that offline. Good. Weapons breached. No cloak, but once they come out of cloaks, they're dead. Go here, that sees loads. We're late enough in the sector that this is worth doing. I mean, I almost certainly would have done that anyway because I'm a sucker for that event, but being late in Sector 7, it's just, you know, I think objectively fine to just take it. Ooh, outpost. Feels like quite a while since we've seen a double scrap reward, but maybe my memory is just playing up. Outpost is a guaranteed double reward, so that is always excellent to see. Weapons are disabled forever. Come on, you can't hurt me, so just, you know, give up at this point. They could actually hurt me if they got both thrones back up. Excellent. They got that fixed just in the nick of time. We did, however, at least get some damage on the cloaking system. And we've also set enough fire so they're not manning their piloting right now. No. Kinda tempting since it's an edgy, but I'd rather just get the high scrap reward. I'm fine with the crew I have now. Nice. And yeah, unless there's a third store there, we're not getting one. Which most likely means we don't get another system. That's fine. Let's get some buffers. I'll take the pulsar flight. That will also give me a look down there. Pulsar and an ion intruder drone, great. At least the ion intruder drone is trying to go and join the boarding drone rather than the other way around, because where they are now, they would probably end up going into weapons next. Was not going to help, but because I had multiple breaches. Then I accidentally opened the external doors as well, because I'm a dumbass. Didn't get that depowered in time. Oh, okay, there is a store there. Huzzah! We do not need fuel. We're about to get 10 for free. Which we don't even need that, so. It's level 2 mind control, but we can still ignore it. The only way they could damage multiple system levels would be if you had level 3 mind control, and the only enemy in the game with level 3 mind control is phase 3 of the flagship. Oh, no. For some reason I thought you had cloaking. Of course you No dodging. I think they're gonna have that fixed before I can fire again, unfortunately, because I didn't get any status effects. There we did. Okay, well they don't have mind control, but they do have a pre-igniter, and I'm going to just buy that because it will be fun. And I'm also going to, because of that, swap the charge laser for the burst laser. Actually, considering how fast these guns are, maybe I should just buy the auto reloader. I was doing that because it's fun. With these weapons and a pre-igniter, I will be hacking evade on at least a few flagship phases, probably all of them, because, you know, if you're hacking shields, you're wasting a lot of the benefit of the pre-igniter anyway. Here, however, I will still hack weapons, because I want to be able to lock this stuff down and leave my cloak for the ASP. I should have bought some drone parts there, but I think I have enough. Okay, so here, for example, we're going to hack evade. And that missile never gets to fire. And one advantage of hacking evasion is level 1 hack is generally enough. If you have certain very fast weapon setups, you can evade hack at level 3 and get multiple volleys off for evade hack, which is good. This setup is not fast enough for that. You need these. You either need like multiple auto reloaders or really, really, really quick weapons, like 10 seconds or less each. Can I guarantee knocking this missile offline if I hack piloting? That's the question here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, that's probably 6 Yes, I can. As long as my shots don't collide in the air with stuff. But let's see what you're hacking. So yeah. You have 6 because that's a Lido missile, as it turns out. Our crew kill chances do go down when doing this because we don't have a lock on that room, which is one other good reason my weapon hack is so strong. But I mean, maybe we can accomplish it with piloting. Although they will prioritize trying to fix weapons over fixing piloting generally, so possibly not. They're doing that because of the fire spreading elsewhere, not because they were too low on health. They don't have enough hull at this point. That's just one. Well, if we can find a store, we could either sell that, or alternatively, if we find a store in the system they have available is drone control, we could use that. That's an anti-drone, yeah. We can guarantee knocking these weapons offline with evade hack. We do so much damage that people are guaranteed to die when we land all of our shots. Hey, they do have drone control, and we have no reason not to get that because, you know, we can't get mind control, so we might as well. The question is whether or not we can ever actually deploy that damn thing if we do that. I'm not convinced it's actually not better here to just sell the thing, because if we buy drone control, I'm not sure that we ever get the force shield bubble. Yeah, let's just do it. I need to do that to even be able to use the Defense 2 drone. I won't be using the drones against anything other than the flagship, considering that we don't have enough drone drones. Yeah, I can use the combat drone to help me get through the Zolt shield in the final phase. That is 2 drone parts, but it's not enough scrap. Go and meet the rebel flagship early for phase 1, and we can always jump away if we don't want to do the fight right away. We could go to other beacons, or we could go to the base, or we could even do it here, then farm more stuff up and fight the later phases. That never even got to fire because we managed to hit it so quickly. Let's put a defense 2 drone on. I hardly ever use these things, but they can shoot down anything. Ooh. Cloak now. I'm not sure whether that guy who ran out of the room at the last second died or not. That's a guaranteed fight, but doesn't connect to the base. That's getting taken over. I'm going to go here, here, base. Cool. That's either 7 or 8 levels of weapons. We would do, with an evade hack, we can actually do a guaranteed that one of those goes into shields and then it's 7 damage afterwards. So yeah, we can disable all of these weapons. I think I must have messed the time up then. But it didn't matter because it burned down. Hooray! Not wasting time trying to crew kill here. You could repair my damage if I had any. Okay, good. We do get another fight. This is a possible double reward. Heavy ion and triple missiles. I will actually take this fight. Needless to say, we're not going to hack evade here. Actually, let me think. 2, 3, either 1 or 2. I might be able to do that. Why am I not in my... I could have got clipped there by a missile because I'd not run my crew back to their proper positions. That was silly. Well, we have the defense 2 drone if we need to. Of course, we don't have many drone parts, so I would prefer not to use that. This has definite crew kill potential. Yeah, the oxygen is on fire. This doesn't simply have crew kill potential, this is definitely a crew kill. Let that Zoltan run in and burn himself to death. Good luck escaping, Zoltan. Destroy the ship and salvage it, clearly, considering we're right next to the fucking base. Max out the reactor. Should I get an immediate upgrade now? Might save my scrap to upgrade the backup battery before phase 3. Or my doors, actually. Yeah, probably doors. We're going to once again hack evade. Defense 2 drone up for this phase as well. Missiles are switched off. And now we're going to put a giant volley into shields, which will hopefully kill. Yep. And we can probably kill these two as well by putting the heavy lasers in there and engaging them. 90 hit points worth of damage. Cool. We got so many crew kills there that I don't think I'm worried at this point. Get more power. We will be able to chew through the Zoltan shield in this phase very, very quickly. If I wait and do the fight at base, I could actually, although I won't do this because I want to have the runaway option and I have enough drone parts anyway, but we could wait and do the fight at the base specifically because this Defense 2 drone is already deployed, and if you were to fight again at the base a later phase of the flagship, this drone remains deployed so you don't have to spend another part on it. But I don't know that I'm going to use that this phase anyway. I'm mostly going to be using the Combat 1 to help me pop Zoltan shields, which I should be able to get through extremely fast given the pre-igniter and the combat drone. Yeah, we are already through their Zoltan shields. Look now. Since I don't have my my engines person in, let's put the Defense 2 drone up to try to shoot down any stray missile. And combat drone will finish this off, and we get a 0 damage flagship. Cool. Run ended up being a little different from my usual Rock A runs, where I generally just grab teleporter and board like crazy, but I'm glad that it did. It was a fun little run. Very good score. We had a lot of civilian sectors in this. Actually meant to get on the leaderboard on this ship. Yeah, we had long range scanners, though we didn't get them that early, and still had that 50-50 ships defeated, beacons explored ratio. But we did have loads and loads of civilian sectors. I think, what was it, 4, 6, and 7 that were all civilian. Yes. And we had a really good slug sector 5 as well. Civilian sector 7, ironically, was not really all that good. I think mostly because I was tearing the place apart trying to find stores to get another system. And then I found them all, and they didn't have systems anyway. So, who will be run number 20? 3, 2, 1. We have done NGA, I believe. I know that I've definitely done NGA. I don't even need to check. I did that and then Zoltan C recently. I don't think I've done Mantis B though. Nope, Mantis B is the last Mantis ship that we have for this. So, I will be playing that next time out. I hope you enjoyed the run, and I'll see you for Mantis B. Bye for now.